It comes from your mind. So I'm not there to judge, but I am thinking on what you're saying. So let's
So,
think first and then judge.
yeah, so it is something like you mock it, you do it. So you mock it 100 times, you'll do it.
Exactly. Fake before make. Okay, thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. So it's very obvious. I'm not going into the details because you are good enough to think about what Jung mean. So it's a start for our thinking, the process of thinking. So before getting into divergent thinking, uh, I would love to share something which makes you understand what is not divergent thinking. Uh, there are a few other ways of thinking, say vertical thinking, which we are very used with which we otherwise call linear thinking as well. We generalize or go to the specifics. Say, for example, we see an accident and we look at that guy who is driving and we find that this person is of the age group 18 to 25c. Suddenly we come up with a judgment saying that, okay, that judgment of generalization, which is already probably there in our mind, which makes us say, oh, all youth are like this, either drunk and drive or he's too adventurous. So we have certain stories, we have certain programs running in ourselves. Those are generalizations. We can easily go back to that. That is a way of linear thinking. That is also there. Also, thinking is there. Judging involves maybe some sort of thinking. Whereas you can go and specify, be very specific to that instance also. Then also it is a vertical thinking. This is so and so place. This is so and so. You can go to the sheer specifics of that incident. Then also it is vertical thinking. And this is none other than linear thinking, which is purely based on cause and effect. Why did it happen? Or what will it lead to? It can be forward or it can be backward, either forward or backward, or towards past or towards future. Either cases, it is linear in nature. You are ignoring all the other possibilities. It advances uh, in a very linear manner where there is only extension, no expansion. I hope you can catch up with things because you are from a very different range of, the plethora of disciplines and age groups, and the diversity of the group is something which is really amazing. So some of you can relate better when you say this mathematical formula, say y is equal to mx plus c. Those who go with linear equations, whatever it is, linear thinking involves us, our extension of thought. Moving further, another section of thinking is nothing but critical thinking. Critical thinking, all these, each of these are areas which can be explored in different webinars or different courses, which some of you might have already done or you are doing or you have been doing. So critical thinking involves some surgical tools which we will be discussing later on. It is more of diagnostic in nature. It is more of deep. It is more of analytical, evaluative in nature. It involves metacognition, thinking of how someone thinks. I mean, whatever we are seeing, these are not the ones which we are going to study explicitly. But then thinking, we are coming to thinking the specifics, or specifics of thinking. Lateral thinking, we are close to divergent thinking here. You could see it's nothing but out of box thinking. You all know who might have said this. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. I mean, this is by one of the biggest employer in the world. And if you are lazy enough, you can apply Microsoft. None other than Bill Gates said it. I mean, you can see in a scale of 1 to 10 where I am. If you are lazy enough to be 2 or 3, straight away you can fix your goal, Microsoft. A lazy person will find out the easy ways. Lateral thinking, you might have heard of Edward D. Bono's lateral thinking. The textbook is very famous across the globe, and his lateral thinking exercises have moved the history of thinking as such quite a lot across the decades. So if you could see, if you are given a puzzle, something of this sort, those who are not lateral thinkers, they tend to find out the toughest path intelligently. They use all their intelligence to reach out from A to B, but then wasting a lot of energy, space, time, blah blah blah. Whereas the lazy guy who is going to be recruited by Bill Gates, he finds an easy way out, A to B. Why getting caught up here and there? Why using intelligence when it is not required? So there is no implied rule that you should go within this only or inside only. There is nowhere the puzzle says you shouldn't use an outside path. So we are coming close to what is divergent thinking. Divergent thinking involves all these sorts of thinkings which we have been discussing. It involves linear thinking, vertical and linear, both are more or less similar. Critical thinking, lateral thinking. So why divergent thinking is important in today's life is something which we would be able to infer after this, because I'm not going to transfer any knowledge now onwards. We are doing few exercises. We are inferring. What we are inferring out of that you'll be voicing out later. We did a voice in the start, where we kind of define, each of us define what is divergent thinking rather than going by the definitions, which we are doing probably in the classrooms, which we might have done long back in our classrooms. We are not going by definitions, but rather we start defining things. So now on, it's your time. You can unmute and tell me what comes to your mind when you see this picture, this particular symbol. What comes to your mind? You can unmute and speak out, whatever it is.
A question.
Question mark. Okay, question. Brilliant. So any other thing, just out of curiosity, I'm asking.
Confusion.
Apart from question. Yes? Can you please repeat?
Confusion.
Confusion. Interesting. Yeah. It's very interesting point of view. Yeah. Confusion could be a question.
It looks like a hook.
It looks like a hook. Brilliant. Excellent. I mean, you are ahead of me in the presentation. Brilliant. Who said it? Can I know who said it? It looks like
It's
a hook.
Aishwarya.
Aishwarya, brilliant. I mean, you prove always. I mean,
Thank you, sir.
this is why I'm your fan, as always. It
Ajit,
looks like a hook. Yes, wonderful. Yes. Yeah,
Anita
please.
says red color.
Red color. Okay, red color. I mean, Anita was caught up by the red color. Brilliant. Anything, any
Like a
different
hero.
perspectives?
Hanger with a stopper.
Hanger with a stopper. My goodness, interesting. Very interesting. So let's move on. If there is any response which I missed out in the chat box or somewhere, or if anyone wants to speak out, please.
So I'm watching chat window. So only one
Okay,
response in the chat window is Anita.
Okay, thank you. So let's move into this surgical tools to open your mind, open your thought. Mind meaning like body, mind is not well defined. So let's see our mind in our thoughts.
Preeti says why.
Why? Brilliant. Yeah. Why? What, when, where, why, how, the five. I mean, whom, which, 5W and 1H we might have heard quite a lot. It's nothing but a question mark which we have seen right from the KG level. We have started our studies. We have been seeing this question mark in different areas. As Aishwarya was saying, I mean, I'm not going into, because Aishwarya is ahead of me. Now Aishwarya is leading the game. As she said, I've just inverted the question mark and you got a hook. We had a question mark, just I've inverted the question mark, put it head.
Now
I've
it looks
tilted
like
it.
it.
Yes.
It looks just like my earring or a pendant which I wear.
Wow, that's
Instead
great.
of using that.
Yeah, who is speaking?
I'm Ramya Agasti. Hello.
Hi, Ramya. Brilliant. This is what we
Nose
are.
for
I mean,
something.
This
yes.
is like one side spoke it. Please don't take my word serious, huh?
No. Don't be serious, rather. I mean, if you are serious, you will be caught up with linear thinking. We want you to ease up, then only divergence thinking happens. The remotest of the possibilities we want to explore. I never
You
thought of
know,
an earring.
Ajit, it could
Brilliant.
also be a person who's trying to lean backwards and his and the stomach is protruded. So
Wow. Brilliant. Yeah.
Nose
Now
for
just
something.
you have led me to a different thing. I could see a nose somewhere there. My goodness.
yes, I know.
It's excellent.
Nose.
How a
You are,
person, doing exercise is doing
yeah,
something like that. So
brilliant. Excellent. I mean, you're
thanks.
making it really amazing. You are amazing guys. So, I mean, you could see probably a hook which can be used as a holder, which you can weigh up things. Also, I feel like.
Yeah, true. That is also true. Now there are
Yeah.
masks which we can hang on when we come inside.
Yes. I mean, I could see it in the weighing balance probably, but beware of the sharp ends. Let's move on. Interesting. A lot of perspectives are coming. This is what we are going to. Let's come to this later. Let's straight away go to divergent thinking. I mean, when I speak about divergent thinking, we have seen what is divergent, what is not divergent thinking. If it is linear only, it cannot be divergent thinking. If it is just critical thinking is actually a big thing. But then if you are a critical thinker, you need not necessarily be a divergent thinker. See, when I speak divergence
What do you mean by
thinking,
this? You want us to answer who invented these aeroplanes?
yes, we'll come to that. Yes, I mean, let's improve our GK at least. If nothing works, when we go back, we should have something now. That's why I put that slide. Some sort of GK, but let's keep that GK, as a kind of what you say suspense for the time being.
So the GK is probably you. So you're trying to learn about yourself.
So divergent thinking versus convergent thinking, we are coming to. When we diverge, of course, it will be like if you diverge only and you never converge, it will be too chaotic. That means I'm not teaching actually. I'm sharing something which is very untraditional, because traditionally we have been tuned to focus towards something. We have been doing a lot of goal setting. We have been doing courses on goal setting, and I'm asking you to diverge. You like a parabola, you just move off from your path. This guy is crazy. He's misguiding us. He's giving us wrong path. So that's where we should also consider this convergent thinking. So when there is a question, of course, that's how humanity has grown across the millennia, across the centuries. That's how humanities have gone. It is not with question only, but question should be met with, confronted with answers. But interesting thing is that answers will be just filters. It will create even more questions. Would you agree with me? I would love someone disagreeing with me. Questions create answers, which create again questions. I'm saying. Anybody from student community, please. I'm also a teacher and I'm teaching all this, nonsense.
Yeah,
Sir.
I accept your point. Questions give answers and answers give back questions.
Exactly. Answers
And
just
I can give an example.
Please, it would be interesting.
When you answer kids who are just toddlers, they have multiple questions running around their head. Like
yes.
N number of questions. You solve one, you keep getting again. You solve one, you keep getting again. You're tired of asking it.
Are you just sticking on to that only one question? Are they asking only one question per answer?
No, it's the simple question. Mama, why am I not in your wedding album? See, this big question will have so many questions.
I also have 2 kids of that, age group. I would say it is not just one question. The all the possibilities of this.
wanted to answer.
Yes, all the positives of all the possibilities of what, when, where, how. I mean, they use these, surgical tools better than us. They are divergent thinkers.
See,
Kids.
also, one more thing is, Ajit, kids have lot more to ask in various things. As in, you may not even go to that direction. They have,
Yes.
and you really wonder how they are doing it, because
Yes.
they're only exposed to the environment and what they're, so it is need not only be the album where why I'm not there. It could be many more things connected to that picture.
Yes. Yes. Very true. Very true. I mean, they're.
So
I mean,
it
they
went
are.
on.
They
The
are
last
out of.
went on.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah, it started with why he's not in the album. It ended, I'll tell you the recent example, 2 days back.
Yes.
My youngest, I mean, one of my elder son asked me the same question, saying that, Mama, why I'm not in your album? So I answered him, better you were not born. So when I would be born? I answered him, but whenever somebody gets it, then children would be born. He says, मैं कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकती उसे. Recently, my younger brother got married. He asked on the day of marriage, no, you got married when are you getting kids?
Oh.
So the bride got shocked on the stage when he asked the question.
Yeah. And.
But he's a 4 years old kid or 5 years old kid.
That's right.
There's nothing business of asking many things.
That's fair, because we are, let me just tell you one thing, that we are tied up with n number of rules, regulations.
So
We have been, filtered through different systems right from the childhood. I mean, when a child, if you see a 4-year-old child, I mean, his possibilities or her possibilities, it's immense. They don't have any rules. They don't have any particular, stigma, they're clean slate. Where the possibilities, we need to unlearn ourselves, unwind ourselves to, remove all these possibilities, which we kind of stuck now. Yes.
So request everyone else to unmute themselves and talk. So this is a kind of interactive and open session.
Yes.
So
all
you
of
are
you.
really encouraged to talk. So, I know people do, mistakes. So that's fine. It's a kind of interactive, casual session. So that way,
let me just say something. There are chances of retakes. We are actually shooting the movie now, so please make more mistakes. We'll have more retake. The more retake we'll have, the better take we'll end up with. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's take up. Let's be interactive.
So we want to give opportunity to everyone to talk, or if they have some audio difficulties, they are open to chat. So that way, let's make it more interactive. So we want to have all interesting responses. Thank you.
Thank you. Please unmute and speak.
It will be more easy for us to communicate.
I mean, you can switch on the camera if you feel like, maybe I think it will be fine, but I'm forced not to switch on the camera because of the internet issues. I think you can manage to have your camera also, because be comfortable.
Still, you made it interactive. Thank you.
Yeah, you be comfortable. That's more important. Even if we face some glitches, let's be comfortable. Even when we have gutters, let's enjoy the journey.
Thank you.
Welcome. May I know who is speaking?
Again, Ramya here.
Okay, Ramya. Yeah. Okay, now that we have the time to see who invented airplane. The question is, who invented airplane? Ramya, except for you, anybody?
Wright brothers.
Wright brothers, yes. Nayana, thank you. Wright brothers invented airplane. Okay. Any different answers? Wright brothers. Apart from Wright brothers, is there any answer?
People invented airplanes.
Who is speaking?
This is Arjun.
Arjun. Who? Hello. It would be great if you could say the name also. I could also, relate better.
This is Arjun.
Please tell me. Who invented airplane?
Who invented airplanes?
Yeah.
Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright.
Okay, Albert Wright and Wilbur Wright. That's what we've been taught, and that's what we've been learned. I've got a different answer. Should I say that, or you have any other answer other than?
So Ajit, the chat responses like human beings, brothers from the
Brilliant.
same family.
Brilliant. Okay. That's again divergent thinking. Yeah.
Answer, but you told me not to answer.
Yeah. Sorry. It is now it is turn for Ramya. Ramya can answer now. Yeah.
The story that Ayushman Khurrana was hero stating that one Indian has first developed this flying thing, flying machine.
Yeah.
Maybe that Hawai Zade cinema. I can't remember the true story of whose name.
Yeah. I mean, Ravan has had it. It is heard that, brilliant.
So that's who
Mythology
in a
then.
question
This
always
is about
means
during the British period. This Hawai Zade cinema where Ayushman Khurrana was hero. This is a true story depicted. British people
really?
didn't want to encourage Indians to develop something before than anybody else. So that was the story as depicted in that
British,
one.
I mean, British meaning, could you just specify the time, which era, which, century it was, if you know?
It was, Hawai Zade movie is all about like during close to 1900s.
1900s. Okay, 1900s is too close. We've had it even back.
One of the recent,
yeah, okay.
Ayushman Khurrana hero, right?
Yes. You're saying about movie, a movie which says so. Yes, Ramya. Between Aishwarya was giving some answer. Is it different from any of these?
No, actually, it was a question because since you said you have a differentiated answer, does the who always have to be a person? Can it be necessity?
Excellent. It can be necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention. Excellent. Brilliant. I really loved that answer. Aishwarya, whenever we meet again, just remind me your chocolate. You can.
Oh yes.
I mean, you are grown up now. What I'll give, it's a chocolate.
No, I still love chocolate.
Okay, fine. Brilliant. So let's come to a different answer. I mean, it's my perspective. There is no correct answer. Wilbur right, Albert right. That would be correct answer. But according to me, they have discovered this airplane or the flying machine. With the theory behind it is aerodynamics. It was first proposed by none other than Leonardo da Vinci. You must have heard of such a wonderful person who could be called as the millennium, the man of the millennium, last millennium.
Yes.
So Leonardo da Vinci, I would better say, I mean, if you could ask me who he is not, it will be easy to say because he is everything. You know him as a sculptor, painter, scientist. He was also a scientist. He was a writer. He has written a novel, in fact, and he is a philosopher. So he is the first one to come up with this idea of flying machine in the historic era. I mean, I'm not considering Darwin, who had it even before. So in the written history, Leonardo da Vinci was the first one to build a model rather than, this is actually the vague picture that sees in the background. It is of his design. He made a number of models, working models of flying machines, which actually instilled the idea of flying machine in Wright brothers, possibly. Wright brothers, I think they were, into cycle repairing or something, if I'm not wrong, isn't it? Some garage guys, they were. I don't know exactly whether I'm right or not. But then they got this idea, most possibly from the previous knowledge or the previous experiment or the experience or even the artifact which is available, which is none other than the working model of a flying machine, which is created by Leonardo da Vinci. So Leonardo da Vinci could be one of the best examples for divergent thinker the history has ever seen. So coming to this, it's a 360-degree thinking where we expand to all the directions, all the possible directions which we can see. with a chain of questions, answers. Answers, better than answers, I would say this equal to sign, which has got a greater meaning than answers. Parallels, I would say. If I say parallels, would you be able to follow, all of you? Parallels. You studied parallel lines, na? Question, this answer is equal to, stuff looks like two parallel lines, na, guys? All of you, each of you. You could relate with what I...
Yes, never intersecting lines, but always together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. There were other answers. If you could, unmute and speak.
Sir,
So there are, yeah. Yes. Yes, please, Jyoti.
What do you expect, sir?
Yes, Jyoti.
What do you want us to do? To parallel lines?
I mean, you are able to follow. I mean, this, when I say is equal to, which is nothing but parallels, would you be able to relate between those two? This sign and the word parallels.
So you mean, Ajit, the relation between the question and the is equal to sign?
No, the is equal to sign. Can you infer? Can you derive the idea of parallels from this equal to?
Railway line goes down like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you are aware of parallel. What is parallel? Next step is whether you are able to connect that your knowledge of this parallels with this answer is equal to symbol. Because
so
we
anything,
are yes,
anything
please.
in application to that, is it, Ajit? Is that what you're asking?
Exactly. I mean, you can think a bit metaphorically towards that end.
Yeah.
Or
So
does it mean that whatever we know, we always try to relate with whatever we already know?
Yeah, it could be that way also. Let's leave that question, because that's a question which is which we will discuss in the coming slides probably.
okay.
Before that, let's have a small exercise, a warm up, all of you. Just identify uses of broom. Please unmute and speak out. I should have at least 10 uses of broom. Uses of broom.
Obvious uses, sweeping.
Any possible uses of, sweeping, of course. Cleaning. Apart from that, are there any uses where anyone can use in any point of time other than cleaning?
Even you can use chat window to respond. Thank you.
Yeah,
cleaning,
even you can.
Cleaning between your teeth.
Cleaning the? Yes, cleaning the?
Cleaning between your teeth.
Oh, that's again, yeah, okay. That's again fantastic imagination. Again, tell me, you can connect with this shape, with this broom probably as a model, and find out ways in which you can derive
The
uses.
broom is used as a brush for paintings. For
Brilliant,
painting.
excellent. Yeah, you can probably make some changes and make it ready for painting.
You can use it as a bat.
There's a response
yes,
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is
Jyoti
used.
was saying. One second, may I listen to Jyoti, please? Yeah, what you were saying?
One can use it as a bat.
Bat, brilliant, excellent.
Killing insects.
Yes.
There's a response in the
killing
chat.
Insects, Khadija. Yes.
There's a response in the chat from the Nirmal. He say, I think he says again, it can be also used for beating someone.
Brilliant, excellent, brilliant, wonderful.
And second one from Preeti, a Chinese fan.
A Chinese fan. Okay. Possibility. Yeah. Brilliant. Yes.
Aishwarya says use it as a tool to get things that are stuck under a bed.
Okay. I mean, you are all caught up with the word use, the utility of this thing. Okay, fine. You can derive even more uses for this one. Broom. How broom can be used by a teacher? I'm a teacher. Any teachers here? Can you share me how can I use a broom in a classroom?
Filtration process.
What process?
Filtration.
Filter.
How can?
For a grammar class, it can be used for homonyms. Broom.
Oh.
You know how you have homonyms, similar sounding words.
Yeah, room. Yeah.
What about together we stand, divided we fall.
Exactly. I can use it as a symbol of strength, unity.
Yes.
What other ways I can use? I mean, not just in classroom. I mean, we are not caught up in any box. See, someone said, you can beat someone. Please, come up with answers like that, because we are caught up with a set of rules. Those rules are actually...
Mahesh says to make discipline within students.
Okay, to make discipline within students. So how would you make
to control?
How can a broom be used to discipline students? If you could just specify, please unmute and speak.
Mahesh.
To discipline students.
How can we use?
Beat, hit.
Oh, beat with, yeah, excellent, brilliant.
No, not beat.
Yes, or else as if I'm
punishing to broom the floor.
This is what I'm saying. I was saying that we are caught up with rules. A teacher is not allowed to beat a student. He'll be in jail. He'll be behind bars. We are caught up with a lot of systems already. This can be our religious system. This can be a political system. This can be family itself is a system. We have got a lot of systems. We are actually in the middle of all these. We are the intersection of all these systems, including education system, which has been corrupting us quite a lot. So if you want to be a free thinker, think freely, but act responsibly.
This can also be a symbol. When you want to, you can you want to say represent someone somewhere. So this could be a symbol. Symbol as in your trademark or your patent or something like that.
Very much. It is used by one political party. Someone said one of the other.
Kejriwal app.
Kejriwal, app.
Also, this also is a good way of now. Of course, now if you look at it as spiritually, it's to ward off evil.
Brilliant.
If we look at the decoration part of it, we can use it as a bouquet kind of thing in one corner and add on something on it.
Brilliant, excellent. Actually, you are bringing something. Yes, Jyoti.
If you take it as a single unit, you can find various uses like this. But if you separate it, you can separate parts.
A lot of other uses, of course. Yeah, you can use in different ways if you separate it. Excellent. And I didn't say that you should not separate, 10 uses of broom. You're free to. That's where we are, we are going with the implied. Earlier, we have seen lateral thinking. We are inside the box. We are inside a lot of boxes based on which we act.
People use it in good olden days. As a binder of leaves, and they prepare leaves. In South India, we watch it. So they use instead of needle and thread, they use these sticks to bind leaves and make a plate out of it.
Have you been to South Indian? We call it tattukada in the street. If you ever had your dosa in the street, as a street food, they use this thing. They use broom. I don't know whether anybody's seen that. I've seen
In Telugu, we call it as and then we make it.
May I, sir?
Telugu, what does it mean?
Cheepuri pulla. The whole thing is like cheepuri pulla. Pulla means little stick. All little of you, when you buy it, we call it as cheepuri pulla. That is broomstick. But we use these little sticks to bind these all leaves.
Okay, as a binder, something which puts together.
These all leaves, we call it vistara aku, in which we serve.
Yes.
Ajit sir.
Okay. Yes.
I didn't get the tattukada and broom connection.
Yes, Jyoti.
I didn't get the tattukada and broom connection.
Tattukada and broom connection. You just come to Kerala, anywhere, tattukada you can have. Yes.
Yeah.
Come to Trivandrum. Katija, Khadija,
Okay.
I mean, have you had?
I have seen someone throwing out broomstick to get back the shuttlecock. What?
Wow! Excellent, excellent. It is the remotest possibility. Yeah. Excellent, Khadija.
Okay.
Let's come back to broom, because we will be coming back. Broom is very important for it. Is today's. Let's make the logo of this program broom. I'll come back to that. I'm seriously saying it. So don't take it as a humor. It is today's logo. We are, let apps use us, and we'll see. So convergent thinking versus divergent thinking we were discussing, because we are not only generating possibilities, we have to generate possibilities with questions, is what we have been seeing. So divergent thinking generate possibilities, but then you'll have to make some choices for which you need to converge. The more the possibilities, the better will be your choice. Those who are studying, those who are looking for higher studies, the more you figure out about the different courses and different universities, the better can be your choice. Those who are going to, in olden times, in the Hindu culture, there was something called Swayamvara. I don't know whether it is practiced now. It will be, it will be very, what do you say, odd if I say that. Where you choose out of n number of people whom to marry. I mean, olden ways of dating. Yes, anyway, the more your choices, the more your possibilities are, the more you generate possibilities, the better will be your choices. You go to a shop with, very less of varieties available. When you want to buy a t-shirt, Jyoti, may I ask you, will you go to a shop which has got very less of, varieties of t-shirts, or will you go to a shop which has got wide variety, wide colors, wide range of designs?
Definitely go to that shop where we get wide variety of t-shirts or whatever it is.
So we need not get any training. We are already divergent thinkers. We need to realize that probably. Before making choices, we have many options. We have many possibilities. Each problem comes up with different possibilities. Now we are going back to Leonardo da Vinci. As I told you, we are in a, my role is of remaining as a pilot here, where I'm taking you to a ride where we have been in the ground till now. We are taking off. Fasten your seat belt and identify synonyms for path.
Ways.
Synonyms.
Ways.
I want different voices. Please unmute and speak out, because path, that's the idea behind divergent thinking. Different perspectives. I'm getting a few perspectives only. Please speak out path. What you relate path with. Don't take the word synonym and get caught up with that. Whatever comes to your mind when you think or when you see path. What can be equated with path? Now we are coming to this equal to parallel, all parallels regarding path. Please open it. Yes.
Preeti says opportunity.
Opportunities, brilliant. Yeah. Yes, Preeti. Wonderful.
It's a way to destination.
Way to destination, brilliant.
Yes. So Ajit, before we proceed, just a tap on the time. So we almost at the end of the 1 hour session, but this session we will all extend for next 15 to 20 minutes. So please stay with us. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry for, because of some glitches, we had to just push it a little. And I think you are all fine. And if at any point of time I'm sounding very boring, just give me a signal. Chat box, or you can unmute and speak at face, whatever it is, then we will just accordingly will pace up. Okay, path, anything else? Can I get a few more responses for path? We are actually creating path here. That is what generating path is, the idea behind divergent thinking. Humanity, what you and me, all of us are here where we are just because of the divergence thinking, just because of the possibilities created by all our forefathers, even the contemporaries who are creating path for us.
Footprints to success.
Footprints to success. Brilliant. Anything else? One or two, I mean, I think responses came. Manju, can you please read out and then we can move on? Chat box, am I audible?
Yes, Ajit, you are audible.
Is the screen visible? I think it is a little.
Ajit, any help?
I mean, maybe because of the issue, internet issue, it is not just, you know, it got a little. Okay. Yeah, brilliant. It is moving now. So we have seen different paths. I think some answers are popping up. If you could read it, one or two answers on path.
Direction, route.
Direction, very important.
Tracking myself.
Yes, yes. We could speak a lot about path in connection with the divergence thinking, because the time we are moving to next section, this section is altogether different. I mean, we have logical faculties and creative or imaginative faculties. Both are, you know, supposed to be different, you know, faculties of the brain. I mean, the different hemispheres are assigned for logical and imaginative faculties. So let's move on to that imaginative side, the other side of the court. Let's move. Metaphors. Metaphors, what word comes in when it comes to your mind? Iceberg metaphor is very popular. So what comes to your mind when you hear the word metaphor? You can unmute and speak. Or
even type in the chat window.
Yeah, whatever is convenient, comfortable for you. Why metaphors? What metaphors are?
Metaphors are words or phrases which we use for something else, which we use.
Yes. Metaphors are nothing but parallels. The equal sign, we are coming to the equal sign where we had a question, I didn't answer there. Metaphors are parallels. Nothing but parallels.
One response in the chat window says hope.
Hope, yeah. Hope, if you would say hope as a word, what metaphor comes to your mind? What is a metaphor for you to represent hope? These are representations. Actually, metaphors offer you a lot of significant representations. Yes?
Positive thinking.
No, what I'm speaking is you're speaking about certain aspects which you can represent with a metaphor. My question is what metaphor you could use? Hi, Vasudha. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, for me, good morning. Sorry.
Yes. So metaphors are figure of speech. You might have studied, those who study literature, they speak better about metaphors.
So how you have a simile, it's the same, no? Metaphor, like, you know, you have implied metaphors. So you have things. So like how you say a camel is the ship of the desert, like that.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Right?
See, ocean is a metaphor of life.
Yeah.
Light is a metaphor of knowledge. Yes.
So true.
So the response in the chat window, comparison, lamp, light.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So direct or indirect. You know, simile is direct, metaphor could be implied.
Implied, yes, exactly.
Yes, yes.
We are not going into the literary details of metaphors, but then we as human beings, whether we study literature or not, or even before starting our studies of literature, we have been using a lot of metaphors in our lives. We identify things with metaphors. Let me just take you back to the previous slide where we have seen this iceberg is one of the most popular metaphor, where we see the events as that is above the sea level, which is just 10% of what the reality is. 90% of the reality is unseen, which we connect it with unconscious mind, whatever, So metaphors lie in this unconscious space, in this hidden space. And metaphors have a way of holding the most truth in the least space. When I say ocean, it holds a lot of meanings, which you can infer as per your convenience or as per your direction of thought, as per your feelings, which we elicited in the start. So metaphors are very important for our learning, which we use knowingly or unknowingly. And coming to this metaphor, actually, yes, somebody speaking. Yes, we could probably identify now maybe after this session, you can identify one metaphor for yourself. Your current state can be represented with a metaphor. And let me just tell you something. If you want to change the world, simply change your metaphors, play with your metaphors, reverse your metaphors, redirect your metaphors, identify parallels, more parallels for the available metaphors. If you relate better with a tree, then you may be somewhere stuck. You can at least choose a river for a while, which relates better for you, which requires you to move. Yes, I mean, am I making it some way understandable for you? I've got a gold medal. I've got the first rank. I've done the best in my academics, but I'm not getting any job. I'm a tree which has grown.
Vanita says in the chat window, hope in corona, expectation from vaccine.
Brilliant. So when I'm in a stuck state, what metaphor would be useful for me? My metaphor could be a tree, or my metaphor could be a building, solid building. You can disrupt that building and you can create a metaphor of metaphors of movement, which moves. It could be a river. So that metaphor can guide you. For sure, that metaphor can guide you to the desired location, space, where you are in a space which is not very desirable for you. You are in front of the wall. You are tied up there. You don't know where to go. Carve out a door. Identify a door somewhere in the wall. If there is a wall, there will be a door. Because wall is the question and door is the answer. Make a door for yourself to get out of this, go in, move forward, keeping this wall off from your way. Change your metaphors and change your world. So I think there are a few more responses coming in. Yeah, before that, I'm just, I just have to skip stories. Stories are equally powerful. Stories are, collection of metaphors. Metaphors, when you put them together, it becomes stories. So due to the time constraint, I'm just moving to next one. We are coming back to the broom. Now we have seen the uses of broom. That was a latter. Yes.
Sorry, I was not there initially. I joined you after 8:30.
Yes.
Metaphor, I didn't get this part. Maybe does it have any connection to the earlier part? I didn't get this metaphor part.
Metaphor, what I was saying, metaphor is something which create parallel meanings for you. For each and everything in your life, you identify a parallel.
Okay.
That parallel, you assign some meaning and that parallel become a guiding line for you, a milestone for you. Suppose some metaphors may not be desirable for you in your life. Some milestones may misdirect you. So choose, you have the choice to change your metaphors. You have the choice to transform your metaphors. We have Vasudha here. If we would have had time, she would have spoken a lot about, today we were discussing about one metaphor, how she related to that metaphor to change her thought process. We had a session where we were discussing that. We have time constraint, of course. Metaphors, you change your metaphors and it can change your world. It can change your reality.
Ajit, can I add something, please, here?
Please.
Ajit, so, as you said that it's very important to identify, we always have a way of pushing the problem on someone else, the blame game. So if you realize, I've written that, you are the problem, you are the solution. Exactly. So that's the metaphor. It's very important to understand that if you understand that, you have created the problem, so you can find the solution for yourself. Thank you.
That's where, it's very true. Thank you for that, adding up that. That's where we just, we sometimes use our divergence thinking to take ourselves off from the problem. Becoming less responsible about the problem, putting it on to, diverging that with others. If you don't get people, you will get blame on situations. If you won't get situations, you will blame on God. So no one will question if you blame on God, that there is no one above God as per our current evolution. So you can put everything on God. Okay, God has created all these things. He has been very unkind to me. Excellent. Thank you so much, Swapna. So let's come to this broom as a metaphor. We have had a lot of lateral thinking regarding broom earlier. Now, what one metaphor can you identify with this broom, which is very relevant for our today's session, with which we will be closing actually today's session. This is where I said the broom is our trademark, our logo for the session today. Can you tell me?
I would say victory. I would say victory.
Victory. Okay. So any other responses? We all speak out. We come from our own world, our own answers. All answers are correct. No answers are wrong.
When you can type in the chat window.
Yeah.
So utility to remove dust, solution.
You are going to lateral or linear thinking. We are not asking the metaphor. Sorry, we are not asking uses of a broom. I'm asking what you can represent this broom with. What might have meant, the app might have meant that they will clean India. I don't know, but whatever it is, there might be some meaning, implied meaning. You can imply some meaning for, you can assign some meaning for broom, which is relevant to us, all of us here, each of us here.
So metaphor for processes.
Processes is again very, very unspecific. Anything?
Unity.
Unity, yeah. Unity, yeah, it's more specific. But what
is victory not correct? Is victory not okay?
It's everything is okay. I mean, I have some answer in my mind.
Since you're saying that.
Yeah. United we stand, divided we fall. Same thing, victory, you can represent very well. You can represent victory with a broom.
Yeah.
Strength, victory, all these are metaphors.
Yeah.
What I was meaning to say is that we can choose a metaphor out of the n number of metaphors, all correct, equally correct metaphors. I'm choosing one correct metaphor that is not more correct than others. I'm placing it in this
variability.
Variability. And can you just throw some light on variability? How?
Because each strand in a broom is different. It talks about how, I mean, if you don't have a thread to tie it around, it's chaos. But you bring all this chaos around to create something which is variable and which is the same at the same time. It serves the same purpose with each of the strands.
Excellent. Like the petals of a flower, like the fingers of an arm or hand, isn't it?
Yeah. So someone says group of ideas.
Group of ideas. Yeah. We have reached that where we need to reach what this one is. In COVID times, we are all facing equally. We are all facing certain threats which we have been dealing with for almost a year now. So this is actually what I feel is that this is a meeting where we all put together our heads and we tied up our heads. We tied up our brains. I mean, I would call. Who was saying about this? Earlier, someone among you said that I think somebody is mute. Unmute. Can you please unmute everyone, and we can. Can you please mute everyone, Manju?
Yeah, sure. So
yeah.
Sri.
Yes, thank you so much. So coming to this broom here, broom is actually I mean, someone used the exact word which I'm just missing the person and the word as such. You know, it's actually it brings the heads together, brings all our heads together to generate more possibilities. I mean, earlier it was said, I didn't encourage there because we were not discussing something more than the uses of a broom. And someone said you invert the broom and it can be made made like a, you know, flower vase or something. You can attach different colors or different, you know, flies or different flowers with each of the broomsticks, and you can create a very, what is a beautiful a beautiful shape out of that, a divergent shape out of that, which you can, you know, showcase. So broom is nothing here, but we are all tied up. All our brains are tied up, all our heads are tied up to generate maximum possibilities for better living, for better society, for better tomorrow. I mean, that is why we meet from distances, from different times, from different places. We all come together. All of us are putting our brains together. That's where broom becomes very important for us now. And we create all these possibilities. You fill it up. I haven't filled up any possibility. Broom, if you identify parallels for broom, infinite parallels we get. So let me just conclude our session with few ideas which came to my mind. Probably you can relate with this, or I would urge you to, you know, probably you can take a screenshot of the whole thing and you can mull over this. Question versus answers. Questions are filters, and if you turn these questions, if you have if you have a bottleneck, answer is a bottleneck. So if you turn the bottleneck upside down, it will become a filter which generates a lot of possibilities. So answer can be a problem or a bottleneck or a stuck state, which you simply invert, identify that metaphor and invert it to generate a number of possibilities, because it becomes an open filter which is ready to receive anything. It opens up 360 degree. Are you able to hear? I couldn't hear anyone for a while.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself and talk.
Okay. I thought, you know, I'm out of this. So make a bouquet of flowers. Yes, this is what I was actually saying. Okay, and if you have glass tumblers, which I've just, you know, skipped in the process. Do we have time to do one final exercise?
Yeah, probably we can extend for another 5 more minutes, Ajit. So that way, you know, the time is utilized better.
Okay. So any three of you, please choose one glass from each of these four. I mean, all of you can choose, but any three of you share your choice. And how you made your choice also, if you could, you know.
So volunteers, please unmute your audio and talk. So Vanita selected third in the chat window.
What made you select third, Vanita, if you would like to share?
Fullness.
Fullness, completeness, brilliant. Yes, Jyoti?
I took the fourth one.
Fourth one. What made you choose? It is an empty one. It is inverted. What made you choose that?
It is inverted. I think vacuum space. There is no
vacuum space. Interesting. Vacuum space. So what meaning you derive in that? Is there anything specific connected with the vacuum? What attracted the vacuum? Nothingness. Oh, excellent. It's
Preeti says the first. Preeti says the first one because she can add more.
Add more?
Add more.
Yes, Preeti. More, okay, anything. Yeah, very excellent. We have come to that actually. You have chosen one glass tumbler, which is where you can add anything. So that is a question, and you can have any answer. It can be an apple juice. It can be simple plain water, drinking water. It can be vodka. It can be anything. Am I making it clear? So your choices increase with an empty glass. That doesn't mean that full glass is not a good choice, because it's metaphor. It has got a very different metaphorical meaning, completeness. When you become full, then only you start thinking of giving out.
Sir, I have mentioned fullness.
Yeah,
which
fullness.
Means sharing.
Yeah,
ready
exactly.
to share.
Exactly. You spill over when you fill up yourself. If it is love, it is kindness. If you are not filled up with that, you cannot share it with others. Of course. Brilliant. Excellent. So we can see questions are none other than doors. When you are stuck on a wall, when there's a wall in front of you, infinitely spread wall, you create doors, questions to move on. Answer stops at different spots, whereas questions helps you to advance, expand. Answers fills up questions, whereas questions contain answers. Same as our glass tumblers, which we discussed. Answer closes the question, at least for a while. But question opens the answers with the surgical tools. Answer is a necessity, must, should. This should be the answer. This must be the answer. This have to be the answer. This ought to be the answer. Whereas question opens up possibilities. This could be, that could be. You can make the choices. Answer answers question, whereas question questions answers. So those who want, you can take a screenshot of this and probably you can mull over this. How metaphorically you can relate with this, or you can add up to this. I would really love you could add up this and then develop this better. This is something which came to my mind. Simply just plotted here.
Someone says the second one, because building on your past experience, knowledge.
Excellent. The second glass, excellent. Yep. Love it. I love it. Yeah. So you have something already there, so you can see what makes it better. Very, very interesting. I'm proud that we've got such a wonderful audience today. Such a wonderful. I would really say that you've got such a wonderful audience where you come up with such quality responses, quality sharing, quality questions, and contributions more than all these. Now it's your time to voice out. Please voice out what you understood, or what is your takeaway from divergent thinking, where you could possibly use it. Maybe briefly, a few of you can speak out, voice out, and those who are acting shy, they can chat, they can put their voice in the chat box. Those who choose to be shy, sorry for using the word acting again has got a very different meaning. It is a metaphor. It's your time.
Please unmute your audio and talk. Please share your feedback. So Ajit's question is, your perspective of divergence thinking.
Yes. What is your takeaway? What is your perspective? What you make out? Your definition. I said, no, you're going to define at the end, or you are going to derive meaning for divergent thinking. Divergent thinking as such is a broad thing in front of you, an abstract in front of you. What you derive from that?
Even you can type in the chat window.
Yeah, you are free to type in the chat window as well.
Divergent thinking.
Yes.
From what little I have understood, it opens up various possibilities.
It opens up possibilities. Yes, of course.
Ajit, you want to start your video? Yeah, thank you.
Yes, that's what I'm just thinking. I'll mute my.
So
Yes,
another response says one get more different solutions. The second one, divergent thinking leads to change in the way we feel about something at present.
Excellent. Oh my goodness, 73 chats. So 73 perspectives. Come se come, at least 73 perspectives were there. Divergent thinking, I mean, altogether, whatever we discussed. Divergent thinking leads to change in the way we feel about something at present. You can unmute yourself and speak. I mean, I should also know what you are taking home away so that I could steal something from that.
So if you feel bad about something, we can have a divergent thinking about it, find more metaphors and...
yeah, you have a better choice of metaphors. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
We can use in counseling, I think.
Yeah, you can. I mean, actually, the idea of divergent thinking is, though it is on the thinking side, I mean, you need to acknowledge feeling always. It comes with thinking. So you can find out ways and means. You can generate possibilities. Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you.
Another response, apply to life and all areas too. And second response means thinking from different perspective, out of the box, build your own box.
Excellent. Any other specific takeaways that you had? Father Exon. Mohammed Bhai, I could see many people. Please, I mean, if you could just, before winding up, if you could speak. I mean, it can be connected with our question and answer session also. Maybe you can ask any questions also. Anything which you want to. Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yes, Father.
Father Exon, I could not fully concentrate on the topic, but a little bit I got.
Yes, Father.
Regarding the metaphor, it was wonderful. The broom metaphor. So
thank
many
you. Thanks,
came into the mind. So
yes, Father.
That means what others said. The same thing for me. From one thing, we can come up with many alternatives.
Yes.
So we have many options.
Yes, exactly.
So thank you so much.
Identify. Yeah, welcome, Father. Welcome, Father. So any other voices?
Let me thank you, Ajit. It was a fantastic talk. And I had 40 years back, I had read this lateral thinking by, the book, but this divergent thinking is a really new concept, which I learned today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I liked whatever.
It's an extension of lateral thinking. Lateral
exactly,
thinking
but
plus
I didn't
all
know
others
about
also
it.
thinking. Yeah.
And even that bottleneck thing, when you have the problem, you get jammed. And when you invert it, it becomes funnel. And, the problem, everything starts flowing out easily.
Yes. You might have experienced it. You might have, yeah.
Yeah. It was very, very nice. Yeah. And even the 4 glasses, what you said, 4th glass, I would have opted for. Because I feel it's like represents the empty mind. Empty mind is, and open to
and the possibility to invert also, as we were discussing.
You're open to. Yeah. Another thing, empty mind spiritually is significant. Serene.
Exactly. Nothingness.
Without
actually,
any
someone was saying, Jyoti. Yeah. Yes. Excellent.
Yeah. So thank you, Ajit. I want to attend another class. So I'll. Say thank you to
I
also, in USA. Thank you. Bye.
Ajit Olive says, give directions, brainstorming.
Yes, gives directions, brainstorming. If nothing more, I mean, I would ask Manjunath to take over. Before that, I would really like to, thank each of you for your patient listening. And of course, we at Seek come up with a different a wide gamut of services, which probably Manju will share with you, and you can see what it is like a supermarket where you can choose what suits you. And we might be floating courses related to that in those who have registered, you will get information for sure. And the slides also will be shared with all those who have registered. And anything more, you can contact Seek Circle, or you can even, those who know me, you can contact me also. I would be happy to clarify. Because of the time constraint, I'm passing it over to Manjunath.
Thanks, Ajit. Thanks for the wonderful presentation. So in the limited time, so we have covered this much topic. So probably we might have not heard, most of the questions. So that way we, what we are doing is after the session, so we are sending out an email to you to seek your feedback, questions, suggestions, what you need more from us. You can share it with us. Even we are going to share our Facebook page and Instagram, so upcoming programs as well, you can hear what we are going to cover, the free webinars as well. And in terms of you can reach us in case you need some kind of programs or specific customized courses from us. We are allowed to help you on those areas as well. So
sorry to interrupt. I think are you sharing the screen? I think if you could share something related to, I think it is a blank screen shared. I think I'm seeing a blank screen probably.
I'm not sure about others. Are you able to see my slide?
No, we can't.
No.
We can't.
Oh,
no,
okay. Yeah. So let me try to share it again. What about now?
Yes. Now it is.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Well,
so what I was saying is, in this limited time, so we won't be able to cover everything. So, we'll be coming up with more free webinars, and again, you can reach us for your customized need, or if you need a kind of program for a batch or for individuals, we are there to help you with that for the different, areas of, the divergence thinking and other areas. And on top of it, so let me quickly talk about our other offering as well. So we give courses for the students to cater for the school college needs, and even online musical coaching, like instrumental coaching, like violins, keyboards, etc. And foreign language assistance from the French, Spanish, etc. So we have offices in San Francisco, Bengaluru, Cochin, and even in Kerala. So our the trending courses, so Ajit is allowed to take more webinars and paid programs in terms of divergence thinking and other areas. So apart from that, so we have different programs coming up. Please watch us and like us in the Facebook page, which we are going to share it in post this program. So keep watching us for our upcoming programs. So I think that's all from my side. Ajit, do you want to add anything more, or we are good to close the discussion because in the interest of time?
Yeah, of course. A big thanks to everyone. Including me. A big thanks. That would suffice for a good end. All the best for everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining this session. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot. Bye.
നാളെ ഓൺലൈൻ क्लास 7 सांगितलं पण ते टीचर्स आता खडतरला असतात ते आता आमका सांगू